Okay, so another common question that I get asked about through hiking is, where do you go to the bathroom? It's pretty funny because I was super uncomfortable with that too when I decided to hike the Appalachian Trail. I was really, I was kind of nervous about it because I don't know, I just didn't even really like poop stories then. Anyway, I actually I went camping by myself to like try out my gear and stuff and like did basically a practice poop. Or I just I like dug a hole the night before in the morning, had my coffee, and I had my first outdoor poo. I just found a nice like sandy spot. It's supposed to be 150 feet away from water sources or the trail or camp. I think it's something like 70 paces, 70 steps away. That's how far you're supposed to go. You should dig your hole like 6 to 8 inches if possible. I will tell you, around like the base of big rocks, around fallen logs, sometimes around the base of a tree, the soil can be like softer, so it's easier to actually make that happen. And remember, you got to fill the hole back in with the dirt. So don't like fling the dirt far away. Anyway, okay, so there's some people that did this thing called brown blazing, or I guess they tried to do it. I'm not sure. Basically, that means you only go number 2 in a privy or in town, like when you get to a hostel or a hotel room or gas station or restaurant or whatever. But I mean, it can be like days in between that kind of thing. So I don't know. I was not a brown blazer. Started out though, I went Sobo, so southbound on the Appalachian Trail. And so you start in Maine and you go southbound. And there are a lot of like really nice privies and campsites and stuff set up in those up in Maine and New Hampshire. It's like really nice. I will say, so I was mostly using privies. And my favorite privy, maybe it was just the first nice one I went to, but I think it was called Potawajo, Potty, maybe Wadjo. I don't know. That was the name of the campsite. And there were 2 privies set up, and they were both really big, and one was old and one was new. And the new one was a moldering privy, so it smelled like cedar chips, and it was just very spacious, and there were no flies or anything. It was really nice. And that was the privy I compared all other privies to, which the Dartmouth Club, they got very creative with their privies. They have like the Penta privy. They have this one privy that's kind of like a bird cage. I don't know. So there's that, or you have to go in the woods. And I was really uncomfortable about that situation. I don't know, because it's like super private, so I was like nervous about somebody like walking up on me or like not being far enough off trail or whatever. So anyway, you just whatever, get 150 feet off trail, find a spot with some bushes around it. There are lots of different ways you can go in the woods. Okay, I was actually super nervous, as I said before. And like one of the ways I got myself to be more comfortable with this situation was like I would find a spot where I was going to, use the bathroom outside. And I would take a picture of my view, like my poo with a view, not of the poo, but, my view that I would have during the process. And I would send it to 2 of my friends, and we started like making up rhymes about it. So it was kind of like all the places you would go, Dr. Seuss style, but it was like all the places you could poo. Yeah, we were talking about dropping a deuce by a spruce, and I mean, I don't know. It's actually, I think it's pretty good, to be quite honest. But yeah, next Christmas present for somebody. So I just started like finding a spot that I thought was nice. Like I had a good view. It looked pretty private, and I didn't think anybody would be able to see me. And you just dig a hole, and you can like lean over your hole. You can sort of do this like break dancer thing where you like hold on to a tree and you put like one arm behind you and like hold yourself up. You can just try to hover. Some people will like sit on like a log, like dig a hole behind the log and then like lean their butt back over the back of the log. Yeah. Or, like combinations of all those, or just, good old squat. So yeah, that's that's pretty much how you go do number 2 in the woods. I feel like I wish I had a little excerpt from my story. It was so funny. It really did help too to like make a lot of jokes about it, because I mean, it's gonna have to happen. You know, we're eating a ton of stuff to like keep going, and your body's like processing the food. I forgot about wiping. That's definitely a question. So I just pack out toilet paper. I bring it out in a little Ziploc bag, tear out the little cardboard part, or just roll some off on my hand. Whatever I think I'm gonna need for however many days I'm out, which, you know, it's different for everybody. I don't know how I realized how much. Probably just taken too much too many times. Anyway, yeah, toilet paper, and you just bury it in your cat hole. Some people do bring baby wipes, but I don't think you're supposed to bury those, so I don't do that. I mean, I do bring out baby wipes, but just to like clean up with. Otherwise, and I pack those out with me. What else? Oh, some people do just use pine cones and leaves. I'm not one of those people, but I met a couple who did. One guy was telling me how you just got to get the pine cones that are just right, you know, they don't have the little spiky things on them. Dangerous. I don't know. Also, they do make these bidets that you can put on your water bottle. It's like a little like squirty rubber end or whatever. I guess you would put on your water bottle and you just spray your behind. I don't know though. So it's like, do you have a separate bottle for the bidet bottle? Because then you're carrying a whole nother bottle and this bidet thing. Might as well just carry toilet paper. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. But yeah, so that's how you go to the bathroom in the woods. Dang it. This too. Also, peeing in the woods, I kind of would think, I've thought very hard about one of those like shiwis or something like that. I just don't know about keeping it clean. Basically, you can get like Kula cloths, or there's some other like products like that where you just, you can like wipe, and they're made of like antimicrobial stuff that's supposed to help keep you like pretty clean during the day. Because I mean, really, are you going to wipe with toilet paper that many times and then bury it? No. So I've used a Kula cloth. It didn't really work out for me though. I really am just kind of a shake it off kind of girl. So you just get off trail a little bit, do your thing, put your belt back on, keep going.